Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today I'm asking the question, and I think this one's actually rather interesting and very debatable. Should we be treating Facebook like a country? Now, think about this, and I read a really fascinating article just now by Molly Wood of Wired, and I think she's got some really interesting points here, but consider this regarding Facebook, and it's kind of odd to look at their ecosystem like this, but think about this. They have a greater population than any country on the planet, over 2.6 billion users, roughly, give or take or so. They offer similar amenities to a country, such as a virtual home, if you will. Basically, somewhere to store all of your information. You can try to make it private as best you can. A communications and broadcast system so that you can talk to your virtual town hall or your town, or even greater if you want to pay for it. They have shopping that is continuously improving and changing and all of that. And same with any neighborhood. I know in my neighborhood, shopping centers go up and, change and all this kind of stuff. They even have crime that their police are trying to fix, work on, identify, etc. Just like any major urban area in virtually any country, they have a leadership that the population really doesn't fully trust or is hopefully ignorant of. And I think that's kind of an important thing too as well. I think, at least in this era, probably since the 70s or 80s, there has been a general or a greater distrust in government than I think there ever has been, in the modern era. And like most large nations, they have a large surveillance network that really isn't transparent. I know I live in the United States, but let's be honest, we find out that the NSA and other organizations like that, who really don't want us to realize they exist, do things like this. And now Facebook is actually getting their own currency called Libra, which they are hoping that all of their citizens/users are going to use. So it's a very interesting question, and they have a lot of characteristics like this. And I know there has been a debate, at least in the United States, in terms of politics of can a corporation act as a citizen, let's say in spending money in an election and all of that. But when we are looking at Facebook, they have a lot of the same characteristics, even though they're virtual, as an actual nation does. And so the question is, should we be treating them like that? Now, if we're thinking about this, would granting Facebook nation status, and I understand that would be just kind of in the bizarro world right now, but it's something really that we need to ponder as these corporations get massive. We have Facebook exploding, Google, aka Alphabet, Amazon, and on and on and on, that are building their own ecosystems, that are consuming verticals left and right. And so I think it's a question that we may be tackling in the next 50 to 100 years as these corporations continue to grow and stay relatively unchecked. So if we are granting Facebook nation status, what does that do to the citizens? Do we actually get more rights? Is there some kind of Geneva Convention? Right now, Facebook, and I've talked about this at length, data mines the ever-living bejesus out of us, whether we consent to it or not, and we are always finding new ways where they're pretty much violating our privacy and national laws, whether you're in Europe or the United States or Canada, wherever you are. So I think it's a question that we need to really talk about, and I think it's something that is very highly debatable. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one as well, because quite frankly, in 50 years or so, we might be living in part in the nation of Facebook. And that is kind of a little unsettling and I think rather interesting to me. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.